Alright, we'll read Let My People Go from Exodus 5 to 14. Okay, are you ready? Okay, okay, go get it. Dede and read. That's our nighttime routine. Go, Dede and read. She will Dede. I will read her. Okay, let's go. Alright. Okay, I'll help you. Alright, let's go. Let my people go. So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, The God of Israel says that you should let his people go. But Pharaoh did not believe in God and became very angry. As a punishment, he made Moses' people work harder than ever. Give the Israelite slaves no more straw to make their bricks, he ordered. Let them find their own, but they must make just as many bricks as before. Moses went to tell God, I will force Pharaoh to let my people go, said God. Go and tell him that if he refuses again, dreadful things will happen. Moses and Aaron returned to Pharaoh, determined to make him free the Israelites. To show Pharaoh that they had been sent by God, Aaron threw his walking stick on the ground. Miraculously, it turned into a snake. But Pharaoh's magicians could do the same, and Pharaoh was not convinced. He refused to listen to Moses. So God turned the waters of the river Nile into blood. Then frogs swamped the entire country. This was followed by swarms of gnats and flies. Only Goshen, the place where the Israelites lived, remained free of these things. But still, Pharaoh would not let the Israelites leave Egypt. A lot of insects, lalat, and frogs, because they were being punished by God. So one by one, the Egyptians' animals began to die, all except the ones in Goshen. Even when the Egyptians became covered in boils, Pharaoh would not believe in God or set the Israelites free. Then God sent hail. It hailed like no one had ever seen before. Thundering hail that beat down the crops and killed all of the remaining cattle. Plagues of locusts followed, great humming swarms that ate every last green shoot, even the tiniest new leaf. At last, complete and total darkness covered the land, and it remained that way for 3 whole days. Pharaoh tried reasoning with Moses, but Moses insisted that all the Israelites, men, women, children, and cattle, were free. Pharaoh refused. Then late one night, God killed the eldest son of every Egyptian family, including Pharaoh's own son. The Israelite families remained safe. God had told each family to kill a lamb or goat and to splash a little of its blood on the doors to their home. Then they were to roast the meat and eat it with bread made without yeast. The blood was a sign that Israelites lived in that house, and so the angel of death passed over any house marked in this way. God said that the Israelites should always celebrate that day as a special festival. Every year afterwards, they ate a Passover meal to remember how God had saved them. Pharaoh had finally had enough. He sent for Moses and Aaron and said, Take your people and leave at once. The Egyptians gave the Israelites gold and silver to try to hurry them on their way. But after Moses and his people had left, Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his soldiers after them. They caught up with the Israelites at the Red Sea. Moses stretched out his arm, and God sent a wind to blow back the water. The Israelites hurried across the pathway of dry land. When the Egyptian soldiers followed, the water rushed over them and killed everyone. Moses' people were free. That night, the Israelites celebrated with music and songs. The end, Lalam. Mommy, wait, what you doing? You what? You what? You covered your body with a blanket?
Yeah.
You say good night to them. Good night, guys. Good night, guys.